I've been taking my time, taking all of your time, taking all of your time.
Hey, my trendies, trendsetters, and my trendy tribe. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm waiting. There's a delay, so I have to wait just to make sure. Hey, okay. I see you. Okay, I am going to do some greetings. I have a couple of announcements, and then we're going to get into this itinerary. Okay, I'm excited. All right. So, first of all, hey, Regina B, how are you doing? Hey, Teresa. I know that's from earlier, but I'm still say hey to Teresa again. Hey, Glow. How are you? Hey, Miss Blade. Miss Blade says she took the class this time last year. Miss Blade, you are definitely welcome to come up if you want to. Because I'll be dropping the link. Hey, Pink Hearts Forever, Bama girl. Hey, Miss Lady One, we're back. Let me see here. Hey, Mama V. Me Mama 4 was number 21 on the light count, and I appreciate it. Hopefully, we will see Mama V's daughter if she can come up here because her daughter is a graduate. Hey, April with the 2 L's. Hi, Mina. How are you doing? Hey, Hope Mac. How you been? Hey, my big sis Peaches and Cream is in the house, part of the Mod Squad. Hey, Miss Wynn. Vivian Allen from Jamaica. Hey. Hey to Sarah. And I see B Wallace 10 grands in here. How are y'all? Good to see y'all. Okay, so I'll give some time for this to, go out. So I'll do my announcements and then I will tell my testimony one more time. Because now this is you actually would expect to hear it in this forum. So I want to just say it one more time. I obviously would also, I don't mind answering questions. And then we'll see. I'm going to drop the link and see if our grads are in the chat because whoever responded to my community post, I tried to personally reach out, drop the link, or just let them know, like, if you could please come to the live if you have time, we would appreciate it because y'all also will have a chance to just ask some questions. I'm going to say it now in case I get to say it later. The only thing that, we don't want to do is give away specific trade secrets or specific things that came from the class, anything proprietary, but you can speak in general terms. Shout out to Queen Sheba also, because Queen Sheba is a property preservation graduate. She is out there getting them checks rolling, and she is out there sharing herself, going to these properties and just saying some things that she's learned, some things she stopped doing, some things she started doing. So shout out to Queen Sheba as well, because she is out there with the camera. Eventually, Mr. Trinity and I hopefully will be out there with a camera. He might be behind the camera though, because he don't really be showing his face like that. But definitely I hope to be able to do that. That will be awesome. It's just exciting. Okay, so first of all, announcements real fast. And I'm glad you can comment too, Muted Expressions. I didn't know you couldn't comment. Okay, so first thing, announcements. 41 Fit and I have been reviewing House of the Dragon season 2. Okay, this is just one of the thumbnails. Obviously, it's been more episodes since then, but this is so you get the visual. Okay, you see my sweet sis 41 Fit on the left-hand side, and I'm on the right-hand side. That is Fiteris or Red Clapper Queen, depending on how you want to call her. And I am Trendaris when we're over there. We have our whole white wigs that we wear, whole white lace wig on when we do our reviews. We would love for you to join us. We are live on Sundays. Right now, we are scheduled for a Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If it changes, just look out for our I see Miss Wynn laughing. Look out for our, us to announce the change if we get a chance. But just be on our channel, be subscribed, keep your notifications on. Come discuss House of the Dragon with us. And we have a House of the Dragon party, which is now 1 week away. So if you want to get your own lace wig or whatever you want to do, so you can come up on the panel and just have a House of the Dragon party with us, you are definitely welcome. Our chat, we have the Hot D nerds in the chat, and they be making sure that they cover things in case we don't say it. We can't always get to all the comments, but they are very involved. They are book readers, all the things. We like to talk about it. Okay. So, and then of course we have our own sense of humor. For instance, if you're watching House of the Dragon, Aegon, the one that, his brother kind of, burned him up with the dragon. Aegon is called Fried Hard Lemon Pepper Wing in our channel right now. Okay. So there's some of our own humor in there too. But yes, Supercell, you got to remind me to look into that, Alpha MC. I don't know if I even know what that is. Oh, Supercell is the content creator. I'm trying, Alf. My schedule is getting stretched, but I'm trying, Alf. I promise I'm trying. Okay. Kat says she loves this show. All right. So there's our announcement on that. Then I don't have a thumbnail for it, but y'all know Melody dropped her tickets for Mimosas with Melody Standing on Business for August 10th. You already know I know, and you already know I probably shed some tears. Because if you know me, you know where I'm already going to have to be that weekend, because that's my friend. I keep my word to my friends, and I say, you know what, in God's timing, when it's meant to be, it'll be meant to be, and I'll be where I'm supposed to be. So I'm having a little bit of FOMO, but I definitely want to make sure I'm there for my friend and keep my word. So August 10th is Mimosas with Melody Standing on Business. Get your tickets. It's on Eventbrite. You just got to go to Eventbrite and search for Mimosas with Melody if you don't. But the link is also, I think she's posted it on Instagram and stuff too. So you can use that as well. Plus, you already know we out here spreading the word. So get your tickets before they gone, because they might already be gone. Because Melanie just be rolling with deep pockets. So if you're going to get your tickets, hurry up. Okay. It's an elegant event. It has a theme. It has a pink theme. It's formal, all the things. So I can't wait to see the people that do show up. Y'all already know I want pictures. I want video. So please send that my way. My email is trending@somepoint@gmail.com, because you already know I am wary of DMs. I had to learn the hard way. So, but I'll ask again later. But shout out to that. And then we do have denim and white. My outfit is here. I did a test run at work with just the denim part, and baby, I got some nice compliments on my denim part of that denim and white. So I know that part's gonna hit. I was gonna send Don a preview picture of my denim, but he also might have something on Saturday if you're gonna be there for that weekend. And I got another pair for that Saturday too. It is August 11th. go to TCDD Productions Instagram page. You can, and the link is also right here, and you can book your hotel and you can get your ticket and all those things. So I'm excited. I saw he went live with his host earlier today on Instagram. So that was nice. Like I see it. So his host has a lot of personality. No one can replace Jay. So let's keep that clear. But Don knows how to pick them on the personalities. I will say that. Okay. Oh, Kat said I want to go, but I'm nervous about the price of the flight. I feel you, Kat. I feel you. Look, speaking of, y'all, I have a travel fund giveaway that is ongoing. We did have one winner. I gotta pull the next winner. I'm waiting on that milestone to pull the next winner. Because I really would love to announce it either on my 10K celebration or something special. So I have kept track of who has been in the new running for the travel fund giveaway, which is a personalized tumbler, a personalized shirt, a sticker, and I feel like there's a fourth thing, but I'm gonna have to wait for Nightbot to drop it again so I can jog my own memory. But someone did get it before, and they actually confirmed they got their stuff, so I promise I'm doing it. Okay, let's see. A lot going on that weekend. You got a San Antonio event. Family reunion. Look at this. Miss Wynn, this is in Huntsville. The one on August 10th is in Huntsville. For Mimosas with Melody. That is in Huntsville. Don Don's is in Dallas. All right. So those are my two announcements that I believe I have. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about my own experience with the class, with Melody's Masterclass with Melody Property Preservation. I'm going to go through, I'm trying to be more natural, so I didn't do too many notes, but if you have questions, I'm going to try to star your questions and answer the best I can. And then I can't wait. I hope we have some grads in the chat by the time I'm done, so that they can share their experience and answer questions as well. But shout out to the ones that responded to me. I appreciate y'all, because I know if you can make it, you'll be here. So I appreciate it. I appreciate your time, because first of all, if you already took the class, you probably, a lot of them are out here working, probably not even just working that one thing. So yeah. Leah's grandma said, I hope I'm in the running. Yes, you are. That's what I was saying. I got track of who did. It doesn't matter how far back you did it, as long as you did it after I picked the first winner. Yes, you are still in the running. I do not take that away from you. I got you, Leah's grandma. Okay. So let's see here. Did Nightbot drop it yet? Because then I'll just leave it up in case y'all, because I feel like someone might ask for the details, and once I get going, I don't want to interrupt. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna start as if y'all didn't hear my story in my other video. That way, to make sure I just do the whole thing. So first of all, I have wanted to take this class for probably 6 to 8 months at this point. I've been wanting to take the class. I've just sat back and watched and listened. I see the people posting their checks, or Melody will repost them posting their checks or something that they got, that they earned from doing it. And I'm like, okay. Then she'd have her students come on. I'm like, okay. Then I start seeing people I actually have come to know via YouTube. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'm already in, because one, I already believe that she has integrity, number one. Number two, I was intrigued with the open line of communication that stays after the class. And also, I am always looking for ways that fit my personality on how to supplement my retirement when I get there, or it could turn into an early retirement. So that's me right there. Okay. Yes, DG, get it in. DG, get your entry in. Okay. So I didn't know how Mr. Training was going to take it because of the cost of the class. It is an investment in yourself, but it's still, depending on your budget, it's a significant investment in yourself. So no matter the potential, it's still actually doing it, like actually committing. I did get mine when she did a sale. I missed like the 2 or 3 rounds of sales. I missed them. And I was like, okay, it's not my time yet. But I caught her on a sale. So my class started, I believe, the end of June. And I believe it's 5 weeks, but now not only is it the 5 weeks, it is also that she includes the in-person training, and you can take the in-person training within 1 year of finishing this class. So I have until July 2025 to make my way to Huntsville to take the in-person training. So if you're someone thinking about it, whenever you start the class, you then that clock starts once you take the class. You have a year to get yourself to Huntsville to take the in-person training. And I have heard, and I even saw in my comments on my community post, for the people that went and they took that in-person training, that's when they really locked it in. And she said it was so important. She just went ahead and included Melody, being she went ahead and included. She was like, because every time she did the in-person training, when people did take it, their insecurities went away, because it's something about being there in person and seeing some things that they may have been struggling with or not sure about and all that. So okay, so I started the class end of June. It was on Monday, so it was Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me. When I tell you, being an adult learner, it be so much stuff you got to get over in your schedule and just try to make it do what it do. But if you happen to not be able to make one of the Monday night trainings, you can get a recording of the class. From what I understand, I did not miss any of my Monday nights, but I missed a couple. I missed both lunch and learns because I was at my 9 to 5, so I missed the lunch and learns, but they sent out the recording, so I was still able to get the same information that others were able to have. So I did my Mondays at 8. I thought we would have to be on camera, so I was presentable the first day just in case, because I didn't know we'd have to be on camera. We are not on camera. Only Melody's on camera, just so you know, so you can be very comfortable in your robe or whatever you do when you're at home. So don't worry about that. Like, there is nothing you do but take in the information while you're there in the class, the evening class. Okay, so there's no pressure that you're not gonna get quizzes and stuff, like, so you just digesting the information. And then she also has a weekly one-on-one, about a 3 to 5 minute call with each student, and y'all set that schedule up, so you have access to contact her within week 1, because you're starting to get weekly tasks to get you to where you should be by week 5. I'm saying week 5 because I feel like it was 5 weeks and not 6 weeks, but don't hold me to it because I was just in there getting my things done. I don't remember. Let me see if I wrote it down on my notepad. Hold on, because I titled it by what week we were in when I would take my notes. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Week 5. Okay, so it was 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Okay. So week 1, I was nervous. Because I didn't even once I realized I didn't have to be on camera, it wasn't no talking that was gonna come from my side. I was still nervous. I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so much. What do you get? Okay, what do we do right now on this first day? So she came on. It's very conversational in the way that she's talking to you, so you can honestly, I think, more relate. She is telling you her personal experiences. So we are getting what she's already learned and been through the fire on. We're getting her lessons learned version, so we don't have to go through any of those same mistakes. We can avoid them. If we're listening, it's a lot of stuff we can avoid on the heartache side. That's how I take it. So she talks about her week 1, and that's the part where I'm trying not to go into too much detail on that, because I don't want to say too much. So week 1 happened, took my notes, left my note. I'm sorry. I had to convince Mr. Trending to take this class. So I had to reach out, hear it from a student, understand that you still have to have self-discipline. Like, it doesn't just happen by magic. You have to put in the work. Like you do. You got to listen, you got to do your tasks and all that stuff. He was just like, I am hoping that you're not taking this class because you are a fan of Melody, and that's the only reason you want to take this class. And I was like, that is not why. I have gotten the pleasure of I've already had the pleasure of meeting Melody. Plus, I would have other ways to, when it was right, to meet Melody. I'm not spending this money just for the sake of meeting Melody. I promise you, that's not what this is. So I think he had to I think he had to see still the evidence of it just in case, because once I really want something, I do put my head down. I'm all in. So I think he just had to see where my personality was going to take me on this one. He's just protective. It is what it is. Okay. So we agreed together, yes, let's do the class, and he is going to be my handy person. Like he is my beginner handy person, because that's already something that he's kind of good with on a few things. Well, I'm saying on a few things, on a lot of things. So we already knew he'd go in helping me, so we are equal partners in this. Another thing I will say, if you want to take the class, you can split the cost of the class basically with a business partner, but they have to be going into business with you under the same company. That's the only way you're splitting the cost. So you can't do it with just a friend that you're not going into business with, because for instance, me and 41 Fit were going to do it together if we could split the cost, but we were not going into business together, so we couldn't split the cost. So that's just an example. So if you're going into business with someone, just also you can think of that in your budget as well, splitting the cost. Okay, so then if you wanted, you could have your one-on-one call that first week. We get into week 2, same thing, 8 p.m. on Monday. And again, now because we were given a task in week 1, and that's to help us get the ball rolling. And this one is so basic. I am going to go ahead and kind of say you got to register your business. You got to have a business under you. So that was the thing right there. So okay, Queen G48, that's so awesome. Okay, good. I'm so happy for you. Okay, so by week 2, it's not like she's gonna look at you and be like trending. And I did not go in my name as trending in the class, just in case you're wondering. But she's not gonna look at you like trending. Did you complete your week 1 task? No, that's not what happens. She doesn't call you out individually. It's just more for your own progress, to try to stay on track if you can. Life be lifing. We're all going through things, so we're all gonna be at different paces, but you're set up to try to stay on pace. So week 1, I did have my task done for week 1. Week 2, did not get my task done for week 2. We're in week 3, did not do week 2's task. Then we get to week 4. I didn't do week 2 or week 3's task yet. So I was just note taking. Okay. And thank you to the person that was in the comments that said, don't forget to go back and refer back to the ebook that she gives, or like what she drops before you even start the class. Because I so forgot I could reference back to that too. So I'm going to do that, knowing what I know now, and go back and look at that too. So yeah, so week 2 and week 3, week 3 and week 4, I had not done week 2's task, week 3's task. Honestly, okay, and then we got to week 4. So then all this time is going by. Mr. Training is getting more involved, because now we have picked out logos. We have picked out, of course, the company name. I did go with a company name that sounds like a law firm. That was what I chose. That was the internal image I wanted to present. I don't even want you to try to think, or I don't even want you to be tested on picking out your biases. And when I say I mean the companies that we bid to. I need you not to have any biases that you don't even know you have. So I made our name sound like a law firm. That's what I wanted to do for ours. So it doesn't say in ours, the name property preservation isn't in our title. The name, nothing. It's a law firm name is what it is. It's just one that it's not a name that was registered as far as like in our state, so we could still take that LLC name, but it sounds like a law firm name. So that was my suggestion to him. He was fine with that, and so we picked based off of that. Because the more we expand, the more I don't want to be in a box just in case. That's really where I'm going. So then we get to the weekend of week 4. So we've had the week 4 class. We're in the weekend of week 4. I had a blitz weekend. So everything I didn't get done in week 2 and week 3, your girl was working, because I was like, I really want to be able to access whatever sources they're going to give me in week 5. I want to honestly at least be able to access one of those sources and actually put ourselves out there. So I finished up my task over the weekend. Yeah. The ones that's going to take, well, I don't know if I can name what's going to take the longest, but I would say the ones that she tells you take the longest, make those your priority, because if they take the longest, it's going to hold you up in the end. So when she names those, do those first. The other ones you can kind of do whenever, because it's more instant results. So, okay. So we get to week 5. Week 5. Ooh, week 5. Okay. I had my task done when we got to the class time of week 5. So by that Monday night. And they gave us the rest of our resources. I'll put it that way. And then she named things. And so now I have put us out there to one of the sources that she named. This weekend, I will put ourselves out there to another source that she named. I chose to stagger us on purpose because I do need baby steps. I'm not good with doing it all at once, because then I'm going to feel pressured to actually take what I'm offered, and I don't want to be in that place. So I'm staggering just in case, so I can see the pace of how these sources work. So I'm staggering. So I've only done reached out to one source over this last business week. I'm going to reach out to another source this next time. And when I'm saying sources, I'm not talking about subcontractors. I'm talking about the ones that you actually do the work for. So that's me. That's my personal preference, is to stagger. And Mr. Trent is on board with that too. So we can just ease into it, because this is something it's a marathon for us. So we're easing in. Our hope is to eventually have great subcontractors under us, just like it looks like Queen Sheba's doing. Of course, Melody does, and stuff like that. So that is one of our long-term goals. Okay, let me see anything else. The jobs, and especially if you've watched Queen Sheba, you know the jobs, you bid on the job. So don't bid on something you're not comfortable with. That's the best way I would say it. Only bid on what you're comfortable with. So if you're not comfortable with changing a lot, don't bid on changing a lot. You know what I mean? Just bid on the lawn part. Don't do more than what you're actually comfortable with. That, I think, is what either freezes people up from even making a decision, or they back away all the way from the whole thing because they may have thought they had to bite off more than they could chew, but they thought they could handle it, but then it became either intimidating, overwhelming, or whatever. So just keep that in mind too. You can baby step this as you still actually execute. You can baby step it. Don't worry. Okay. So let me go ahead and start dropping this link. I don't know if I have any graduates in here, but I'm hoping so, because I saw them reply. I just don't know if they've actually made it to the live, because real life is real life, you know. But in the meantime, do y'all have questions for me, and I will try to answer them. Okay, Miss Wynn says, do they provide referral information about potential contractors that can assist you through the process? Miss Wynn, what they do, I'm going to stay general as I can. First of all, Melody gives templates on things. So she shows you how to attract subcontractors, and then how to screen the subcontractors or contractors that you attract. So the contractor, you don't want to depend on them to assist you. Or I guess, wait, you might be asking a different way. You might be saying, do they show you how to garner your subcontractors, is maybe how I'm reading your question. And if that's how I'm reading your question, then she does give you instructions on how to put yourself out there to get those subcontractors, and then how to go through those subcontractors, so you can make sure you're getting the good one. Okay, good. She said yes. Okay, good. Hey, Auntie Estet is popping in really quick. Say hello and show support. Thank you very much. Auntie Estet is also a property preservation graduate. She is a graduate. So thank you so much for stopping by. And from what I remember on your comment, you said you hit the ground running, I believe, Auntie Estet. But thank you for stopping in. I know you are super busy, so I definitely appreciate it. So Auntie Estet's one of the ones that hit the ground running. To me, Queen Sheba's one of the ones that hit the ground running. That's what it looks like to me. But I'm a baby stepper, and from the comments, so I'm gonna read some of the comments. Just in, I'm gonna let y'all know what some of the graduates were saying. So hold on one second. Pull up the post so I can let y'all know what they were saying, so I don't have to make up or not make up, but like try to remember what they said. And I can just actually read what they said. Okay. How is payment issued? Is it weekly, once a month, or according to the bank? I am baby steps so much that I don't know yet, Queen G48. I don't know. Now, I know that I think if you get subcontractors, there's a system that you do to pay them monthly, but I don't know how it is when you get paid yet, because I have baby stepped myself. So I am not sure yet. No, I don't even want to say, because I'll be guessing. I can tell you what I assumed instead of trying to tell you what I think it is, because I actually don't know. This is what I assumed. I assumed that once you do the job, prove that you have done the job, that you are paid in a very timely manner. But I don't know. I'm assuming, because I don't even know if it's unique to each bank, and which is what you asked, or is it according to each bank? I don't know. Okay, Bama Girl said, I took the class last year, but I didn't do anything. I had so many things to happen, and I got overwhelmed right as the class completed. I still want to do it, but I need to attend in-person class. I hear you. Bama Girl, hurry. Well, I don't know if it was included in your class or not, so you might not have to rush on the time thing, because I know the ones that had the in-person included, we got to make sure we do it within our year. So, but yes, Bama Girl, I am hearing that you really, really benefit from in person. Estet said yes, she was able to secure a single interior painting contract for $35,000. Lord, Lord, if you. No, I know I'm gonna get there. Yes, it's all. I know you can't come up, but I really do feel like it's all in. I don't even know how to say it. Where you're willing to go and how far your vision is going to go for it. Okay, it has been over a year. And okay. Got you, Bama Girl. Let me see. April with the 2L said, do you have to do your own LLC setup, or can you get outside assistance with that process? You do your own LLC setup. You already have to pay the filing fee to the state, and Google will tell you for your state how to do it. And then you can also, if you have a specific question on your LLC setup, you can actually take a screenshot and text Melody and just tell her the specific part you got stuck at. And she does answer you. Now, you know how many things she has, so you might have to repeat the text a few times. That's per her words. But she really tries to make sure you don't spend more money than you actually have to spend to get a business up and running. So between all the free information, she tries to help you not spend extra money just for outside assistance to help you set up your LLC. That's just what because she knows, obviously, most people have a budget and everything. I don't recall Miss D. Murphy, and that's not what I put in my notes. So if you took the class and that's what you heard, that's what you heard. I don't remember. I'm being honest. April says, awesome. The Stead Noir says, Melody's team coaches you on how to bid on contracts. And they do, because I have a training to go over, which is literally specifically about how to properly bid on contracts. That is one of the ones that I have to go over. So yes, that is right. And therefore you're not flailing out in the wind with this one. Yes, Estet says filing an LLC is a must. Yes, you definitely need to file an LLC. And yes, you do need insurance. Yep, you do need insurance to protect yourself. Yes, you need insurance. Okay. Any other questions? I'm going to the thing to read the comments from the community post too. Does she suggest getting a virtual business address? For safety reasons, you should it is suggested you get a virtual business address. Yes, for safety. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I'm still looking for y'all's questions in the live chat too. I'm just going over here. Okay. So Betty Boop. Betty Boop, I had to pin her comment because she was the one that reminded me about this. Who did you guys use to complete a background check? I can't say the who because now I don't know if that's going too specific. That's more if you possibly take the class because she does tell you who is a good place to go through to get your background check. So if you take the class, she'll tell you. But I don't want to say out loud because I don't know if that's too specific to name outside of the class. Let me see. So anybody in the live chat too, that's one thing. That's that proprietary part, or like, I don't know what to call it, but I will say, please don't name companies. Don't name, please don't name too many. It's better to just be on the safe side. Don't name any companies in the chat, in the comment section, please. How much do you need in addition to the class to set everything up? Okay, my commercial business insurance ended up being about $111 a month. So I'm telling you that now. That's what mine came out to be with my quote. And you have to pay your whatever your state's filing fee is to register your LLC. It's free to get your IRS EIN number for that LLC. So be careful with that. You don't have to pay for that. And I'm thinking. And then there's certain apps that have a cost to them that you use that the banks may require you to use. So don't get those until you get till you get your job. I would say be ready and familiar by watching the training, but don't get the apps until you're about to use the apps because the apps may have a cost to them. So when you get a job or something like that, I would say if you are on a strict budget, don't do anything. Don't do those type of things like that. You don't like, why have the app if you don't plan on starting to actually use the app 2 or 3 months down the line? Like, don't pay for extra 2 months, if that makes sense. Yes, April. A recommendation is given for the insurance company. Yes, it is. She does give you that. Queen G48, is it wise to start locally and then expand to other states? Yes, not just locally, but like stay within your zip code and then expand. Stay within your zip code, not even just locally to your state, not even just locally to like, whatever. Start with your zip code and expand out in case there may not be, for instance, I'm without saying what I'm doing. Let me just say this. When I went to that one source of many that Melody gave us to put our company in the list, I put only our zip code in there. And I'm like, if we don't get hits, then I'll put surrounding zip codes and I'll look at the next source. I'm not doing too much. I don't, because if you get overwhelmed, you usually go stagnant. So that's what I'm just trying to avoid. Miss Wynn, it varies. She does do sales, but if you don't catch a sale, let me see. I'm about to go back to the website, and I did put her link in my description box too. But Melody is very usually generous with sales. Let me just say that, okay? But right now, if you got it at full price, the class is $4,500. With the sale, I was more in the twos. I feel like it was in the twos. Yes, Auntie Estet said correct. Don't skip steps. Do not skip steps. It doesn't help you to skip steps. Thank you, How I See It. The payment is between, okay, Zig says the payment is between 30 to 45 days, but you can negotiate before you do the job. Okay. Thank you, Zig. Thank you very much for that, because I did not get that far because I told y'all baby step. So, and well, like I told you, once I get to, and my members will see, because I'll be able to kind of talk more with the members more frequently, because I'm weary. But today is a day that we talk to everybody. But I will expand my sources, then expand my zip code after I go through all the sources first. So Crafty Lion said you need to find out if you're required to provide workman comp coverage for the people that work for you, even if they have their own business. Every state is different and has their own law. Okay, because I will tell you this. For me, I was told as long as you don't how can I put it? As long as they are not working for you and they really do are subcontracted for themselves, meaning you don't determine how they work, you just determine a deadline and that's basically it. Hey, I got Auntie Estet. Then do everything you can to keep them as subcontractors. You really want to be careful about making somebody an employee. I'm gonna let Auntie Estet speak, okay? Hey, Auntie Estet.
Hey, Trending. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. It's so much pressure.
No pressure. Relax, relax. You're good. You're good. The chat is asking some really good questions too. So
Yes. I appreciate the questions. Thank you, because I won't think of things to say if y'all don't ask. So I appreciate the questions.
awesome. So I can only stay up for about 10 minutes because I had to step away. I'm at a little family reunion
Okay.
vacation.
You got the
So
full 10. I will not interrupt.
no, I'll just answer the questions. So if you read the
Okay.
questions, we'll
Well,
kind of
can you
jockey off of each other.
I want to ask you this, because you like you said you went to this, you got this 35K bid, but how did you set yourself up to be confident enough to get to that point? Because I feel like a lot of people are holding themselves back or being intimidated.
Just do it. Melody's class, let me just say that it is A1. The information provided is so life changing, not because of her status, but because of her commitment to make you win. She sets you up to win from the very first class. And my husband and I, we took the virtual class.
Okay.
And if you follow the steps and really engage with her team, there's nothing you can do. If there's no question that is too dumb, the only dumb question is the one that you don't ask,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so how my husband and I were able to win that first contract, that first significant contract, because there's different service lines that you can just go for, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And my next door neighbor is a general contractor and an architect for the city where we work in. And so we were just talking to him, told him about this class, and he was like, "Oh, really? You're up and you're running, you're ready?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I'm gonna start funneling you bids from this, from the city,
Mm-hmm.
because they need people like you all the time." And so he just started sending us bids for, or contracts for us to bid on.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a particular house in an area that they're trying to regentify,
Mm-hmm.
and um we submitted our bid, and literally we won $35,000 to go in and paint the interior of the house.
Did you use the training on how to bid when you put in your bid?
I did. I
Okay.
called Melody's, she assigns you a person to help
Mm-hmm.
you with that, and I don't want
Mm-hmm.
to
Right, right,
give that
right.
information out.
Right.
And we talked to that person, and he was like, "This is how you can do this, XYZ," and we followed it to the letter, and literally got that contract. And I sent it to her. She posted it on her story about a month
I
ago, month
saw
and a
it.
half
I
ago.
just didn't know it was you, but
That
I
was
saw it.
me.
I was like, I said it. I said between you and Queen Sheba.
That was me. And it's one of many, 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 many streams, because there's so many service lines that you can do. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm ambitious, so I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hey, let's
Mm-hmm.
go for it all." I'm not greedy, but I'm ambitious.
Right, right. How
And yeah,
how how about when you had to enter the first house? Like, I feel like it's even a barrier for some to even go to physically, like, go to your first house. Like, you put yourself out there, they gave you something, and now you got to actually go to the house. How did it feel showing up to a house like for the first time?
for me, it was like a walk in the park, because my husband and I, we have property management, so we always look at like the ugly houses, and we
Mm-hmm.
work with, a team of friends who are realtors, where we go in and try to take over those foreclosed properties anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
for us,
Okay.
it was not intimidating.
Okay.
However, some of the neighborhoods can be intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
So I never preview anything alone,
Okay.
because you just never know what you're going to stumble across,
Right.
inside and outside. And
Right.
then you literally, you look at everything and let your mind just go into beast mode
Mm-hmm.
with, again, the different lines of services that can happen at
Right.
that house, because you can do the landscaping, which is a line of service, which
Mm-hmm.
is totally separate from the roofing or exterior repair. um,
Mm-hmm.
just take the class. It's worth every penny.
It's so worth it.
I promise you, if you put in the work, you will get your return tenfold in a very short period of time. 6 months, a year, 10, I promise you, tenfold, you would get that money back.
Mm-hmm.
And a lifetime worth of knowledge, where that stream of knowledge can be transferred over to your children, your children's children. This is
Right.
legacy building. It's not just, oh, okay, a one hit wonder. It is life changing.
Yep. I agree. I totally agree. I I want to say this is I want you to look at this one. Well, Queen says, what advice would you give to newcomers? I want to ask you that. And then I have one from How I See It TV.
um be dedicated to the
It's that discipline,
process.
that
Yeah.
self-discipline.
Yeah, be dedicated to the process.
Okay. Because that really is what it is. Because now you have the knowledge, you have templates, you have the resources, you have to actually implement them.
Right.
That's what I think.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
it is so worth it. I can't
Mm-hmm.
stress that enough. It is so worth it. This
Yep.
lady has, if no one else puts you on game, this is the game.
Yeah,
And
because
she
she
has,
is giving you specifics. It's
and the
not, she's not
chess
speaking in
pieces.
general.
Exactly. The chess pieces, the board, and the strategy. It's
Right.
up to you to do it. But just like I said, just dedicate yourself to doing it, and it is all worth it.
I agree. I agree. I can't. Okay, let me ask you this from How I See It TV. She says, I want to do subcontractors, only I don't want to quit my day job. Will I have to monitor these contractors throughout the project while I'm at work?
It
I
depends on
have an
how.
answer, but I know how you.
Yeah, you don't have to quit your day job. I still work my 9 to 5 too. It depends on how you set up your team and who is your sphere of trust. So if you can get a couple of people who you really trust, and they have, equal skin in the game, you can build your teams and go with that.
Hmm.
Um, I have subcontractors. I don't have any W-2 employees, because I will not pay employment taxes or
Hmm.
insurance or any of that.
Hmm.
Um, but if you build, and I'll tell you how we built some people. I don't recommend you doing it
Uh-oh.
if if
Okay.
if if you're not, if you're not confident in doing it.
Okay.
For like one of the service lines that we have, we'll go and get a couple of day laborers. There are people that are always looking for some work just for that day. And like I said, I just picked a particular service line where they can't mess it up. It's infallible.
Oh, okay. I probably know which one you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Hmm.
at that point, it's like, okay. And when they're good, we'll give them, one of our phone numbers, create one of those virtual numbers.
Yep.
They'll call you and say, hey, you have any more work to do? You have any more work? And if they do, well, we'll pay
Hmm.
them handsomely to
Hmm.
keep them coming back. And before you know it, they're bringing their friends.
Mm.
And
Gotcha.
then you have a full team. And then
Right.
that person that, for us, Cleon is his name.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's so good. We were able to delegate other tasks to him because now we trust him. So, um,
Yeah. Now,
yeah.
now I want to ask you this because I don't want to do the cart before the horse. And this is my own personal question. Did you get a job offered to you before you went looking for a subcontractor or anybody like a day laborer? Like, did you get secure the job first, or were like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do it backwards.
So what we did before we went live, we started building a team for some of the
Okay.
service lines.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we went live, with some of the organizations that we applied for, they started sending us contracts that we didn't have staff for,
Okay.
subcontractors for. And
Okay.
that's where I went and got some of the day laborers.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I like it. I like it.
But start slow and steady.
Right.
Master what you're good at first.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a service line or two and
Mm-hmm.
get really good at that. Hone your craft on that, and then
Mm-hmm.
broaden out.
Yes, I agree. I agree. It's this slow and steady, and I really feel like for the ones that might be struggling or like kind of stop it, I feel like there's this overwhelm thing going on. I really do, and I just don't want anybody to stay discouraged because the line of communication doesn't close either. And then now you have Queen Sheba's channel to kind of get reinvigorated too with that because she's out there boots on ground. Um, so yeah, I just don't want anybody to get discouraged that's already, done the class, but then they start feeling a little intimidated or procrastinating.
Yeah, that's why I said just, remain dedicated. If you know that you suffer burnout quickly,
Mm-hmm.
again, slow and steady. Say, you know what? My goal this month is just to complete one job.
Right. Right. Cause it's just you. I mean, it's you in the sense of like only what expectations you have for yourself. So you don't have to put a lot of pressure on yourself.
Yeah. 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 But it's worth it. It is so worth it. I'm so grateful for her having the heart to and I'm talking about Melody, having a
Mm-hmm.
heart to not gatekeep.
Right. Right.
So that
I
that
agree.
is that speaks volumes.
I agree. Where are you with your times? I'm trying not to do too
Yeah,
much.
my husband hasn't knocked on the door yet. So
Okay.
when I
Okay.
say we have, yeah, we
Okay. This one, I can answer this one real fast. I just want to say, when did she assign someone to help with bidding? So week 5, and if you don't remember the portion or whatever, that's why you still have the open line of communication to reach out to say it's I'm about to have to bid. I need assistance, and you go to the person she assigned us to and everything, and just give yourself time because I don't know how many people they have to handle, but yeah, you still have it even if you don't remember it from class. You have that resource still, Miss D Murph.
yeah, she provides. I mean, I'm sure she's heard every question under the sun as it pertains to this,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a response
Mm-hmm.
in a very timely fashion, and it is a detailed response. And if you
Mm-hmm.
still don't understand, and you ask another question, they will circle back around and follow up with you until you do understand. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
There
well
there
worth
was
it.
one where one of her people on her team was showing how to use one of the apps, and she had just by way of just like mention, oh, and I send them written instructions, and they haven't had problems with the instructions on how to use this app. Like meaning they, the some subcontractors. So I sent an email after that class and just said, hey, you mentioned that you already had written instructions out there. Do you mind if I get a copy of the instructions to share with people when they have to use the app? Since it's already written in a way that most don't have issues with it. And I got it back today, so I got those written instructions. So you really do have to like, okay, if I'm stuck here, what do I need to ask? And then don't forget, they always say Google, Google, Google too. But yeah, you can reach out to the team.
Mm-hmm. 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 And I'm so proud of Queen Sheba doing her thing too.
Isn't that
Every time
so
I see her video, I'm
cool?
like, yay!
And we got to excuse me, we got to even see a subcontractor stand her up. And you know what she did? Move on. We're not giving second chances to people that's not dependable.
Because
So
your
I love
time too.
that.
Yeah, because your time, because you're on a deadline too.
Hmm.
Once you've won a bid
Hmm.
and you have to complete it, and oh my God, yeah,
Yep.
you can't have anybody wasting your time because a lost week, a lost 2 weeks will make you lose your contract as well. And
Right. Right.
you're fronting the project. You get paid on the back end.
Understood. And that's what the questions were coming in that is helping me because I haven't gotten that far yet. Or also I might have missed a note because I feel like she probably said that during class. But where you might have to wait 30 to 45 days before getting paid for the job. So shout out to the chat also for saying that. And thank you for confirming. Because
Yeah, for some lines of service, if you
mm-hmm,
do a different specific line of service,
mm-hmm,
um, with one vendor that I use, it's pretty immediately. Like we can complete a job on a Thursday, and
mm-hmm,
it's direct deposited that Monday. It's 3 days,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
so that helps to fund the other lines of service, so we can keep moving.
Right. Since you're still available, I'm gonna ask you first, and I'll follow up just in case. But Cass D said, "Do you have any idea how to get companies to offer bigger jobs? We keep getting smaller ones that are nice, but would like to expand to bigger jobs in Michigan."
Are you using just your location, just your zip code? Are you expanding your search?
And I want to say, and I think you probably have done this already, and Queen Sheba definitely says this. Um, she said when you get on the property for the small job you went to do, start looking around and offer to do the bigger jobs you see on that property. That's
Mm-hmm.
what she said too.
That's true too. And then you want to go outside of your area because sometimes in just that area, they only want, I call it the little knick-knack, paddywhack stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because they're just trying to build a rapport with you. So if you just ask them to expand, that you can offer to expand your coverage to
Mm. Yeah, I
to
know the first source I used definitely asked which zip codes I wanted to be in, which ones I
hmm
wanted to work. Yeah.
absolutely. And then if you and ask them directly, I can take on X, Y, and Z. What is available?
True.
Not do you have it available? Just say what is available,
True.
because you don't have to respond and say, "Oh, well, we have this available."
Yep. I agree with that too. Let's see. Hey cousin said, I'm a graduate of February 2023, secured one contract that was just for a couple of weeks. Then life started lifing. I pulled out, but I'm going back soon. Hey, but you secured a job, so you already know the potential. You know what I mean? Like you are leagues ahead sometimes of some of I'm gonna say us because I haven't gotten that far yet. So yeah, I know you're coming back.
Well, hey, cousin, congratulations for completing. You are 90% there. You just
Hmm.
you just have to just walk in it.
Yep. And just I mean, when it life, but if you can get past that to not let those things take you away from something that could probably potentially put you in something more, stable in the long run too. Because I don't know, it'd be some tests and distractions that be coming when you about to make a real big change in your life too.
But that lets you know you're on your life's purpose path.
Hmm.
So, again, dedication to it, it will pay off.
I agree. Did you go mute? I don't hear your sound. She might have muted herself. I'm not sure.
Okay.
You're break. Okay, are you back? Okay.
Yes, that was my husband calling, so I gotta
Oh,
go.
okay, okay. Thank you so much for your knowledge you dropped, and just thank you for. I mean, you're a success story for real, for real.
We all are, because we all have taken the class. We've all have changed our mindset to move forward,
Hmm.
and we're gonna do it. So let's
Right,
just do it.
right.
Enjoy your evening, guys. I gotta go because I know he's gonna walk into this room since I didn't answer his call.
Okay, all
So
right.
have a
Thank
good
you
one.
for your time.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye. Okay, y'all. Okay, so Crafty Lion was dropping information about subcontractors, and I just didn't know how long I would have Auntie Estet. So I ain't wanna, I was like, I'm just gonna wait, but I wasn't ignoring you, So Crafty Lion. So I'm gonna read out some of the things you were saying just so people can be cautious. You know, you don't wanna be messing up with your taxes or anything else you're responsible for. So let's see. So Crafty Lion was saying if they are a subcontractor and you are the only job they have, they can be considered an employee. It depends on your state. So just be forewarned and start educating yourself in your state, especially if subcontractors are, you know, if you're going to use subcontractors, just make sure you educate yourself. And then she also said subcontractor may not be your direct employee. It doesn't mean you aren't responsible for them when they are responsible for working for you. You are also responsible for what they do. Black Women Lifestyle said make sure your subcontractor has insurance, license, and bonded. Let me see. I feel like there's something else. I'm just making sure. Okay. Let me go back in my started questions, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I don't think I missed anything. Okay, so yeah, so my members, I'll be posting more as I start making more movement because I am limited on time and I only have so much I can do, and I don't want to become a company as soon as I put myself out there. Now I'm not able to actually do a job, complete a job, all those things. There are different lines of service, like Auntie Estet said. I don't want to name them because I don't know if that's something we can name all of them. But the one I chose is least people contact. That's the best way I can put it. There's a lot of service where I'm like, I don't want to. And it's not even just least people contact. It's the least amount of manual labor that I chose. You still have to physically go do things, but it wasn't necessarily manual labor. So that's the one I chose to start with to see how that goes. Then we'll get into Mr. Trent and I will most likely go into let's pick up a lawn care first. Lawn care seems like a safe option after the one I want to try. Then when we start getting used to being on the properties, we might look around and just say, oh, okay, we can handle this small thing. Let's go ahead and put in a bid for this thing. And then and maybe we'll build up our like Auntie Estelle was saying, that I feel like that's what Melody suggested too, that we'll go ahead and pre-build up our subcontractor pool to pull from when we actually need them, when we get comfortable trying to bid on other jobs. I do think I need to go ahead and do that. And Melody provides templates. She provides templates. I just had a lot of them. I just had to change put my business name on there. That's all, I had to do. There's nothing else I really had to do on those forms. So there are templates, y'all. There are templates. She does list specific companies for, the appropriate things, including an insurance suggestion, a background check suggestion, of course, the actual resources you'll go through to, put yourself out there to start trying to bid. Again, yes, you do get taught how to bid properly. That's the one, since I chose a line of service that is not about a bid yet. I have not watched that training yet, but I will watch the training. I'll take my notes and everything. Thank you, So Crafty Lion. Let's see here. Okay, Hey Cousin said it was slow in Florida at that time. Okay. I think that let me read the comments from the graduates to make sure, because okay, so like Betty Boop, she said, I took her class in January 2023. Mel is a great teacher. She goes over all the main points of learning property preservation. You will learn everything you need. First example, creating your LLC to even getting an address for your business. I will say once you have completed the course, to reread the digital book she provided. Me and my husband have done very well. So shout out to Betty Boop. I pinned that because that is very important about rereading the ebook. I'm gonna go back and read it myself. Let's see. So Stephanie Crown has said she actually purchased the short version of the class, and even that was a gem of information. Let's see. I like Tracy Morris's approach. She's my baby step person with me. She says, I took Mel's class last year. I'm still crawling, soaking up everything, meeting others who have been in the business for some years and just gaining more knowledge from them. Right now, I'm cutting grass, trees, bushes, and cleaning gutters. By next year, I will be ready to get into the bidding. I hope to have my team in place by then. So she's still out there doing it. She just has her pace set. Okay, Mrs. Boss Chick said, I am class of May 2024. I'm in the process of signing on with 2 new companies. I partner with subcontractors to be onboarded to do the large jobs if I get them. She said she actually had to turn down one large job. One company I am working with, they are calling me for jobs out of state. So there's that out of state, you can't expand. She said, I told them I am not ready for that yet. My goal is within a year. I will be ready. Let me see here. And then Mama V, if her daughter was able to get free, her daughter was going to try to come up here and talk because she did take the preservation class. Let's see. This one, oh, Miss D. Murphy's in the chat because you were the one saying I'm trying to get some ways to think outside of the box because my area is saturated. So shout out to Miss D. Murph. I saw you in the chat. Thank you for asking your questions in here. I saw you. Let me see here. Okay. Dana says, my daughter took Melody's course in 2023 while driving big rigs and the in-person training in March of 2024. We partnered together. She says, so thankful to Melody. August will be 1 year for us. We've made some mistakes along the way and still standing. I love it. I love people going into business with their kids. Let's see. Dang, Erica said she went in February 2024. She said there were nearly 100 people in that class, and Melody did not disappoint. And that's a lot of people. Shout out to Eleanor. She said she took the class. DeKendra took the class. Let's see. Okay, Dana. I was hoping to get somebody in here that I could ask them, what do you do when your partner's dragging their feet? Because Dana said she bought the mini course, but she hasn't started because her niece, who she partnered with, is dragging her feet. But Dana said she's ready to get started. Let's see. Valencia said I took it, and she said she'll tune in. Okay, Sister Soldier said, I just finished the Zoom classes and the in-person training this month. I'd be happy to participate. So I don't know if Sister Soldier going to make it in here, but shout out to Sister Soldier. Let's see. Oh, Bridget. Okay, y'all, this is the one. And I will also have to do my own research on this one. Bridget. We need to hear from you, Bridget. Okay, I'm going to read her comment. Hold on. Let's see. A. Hopkins said, I took the class and doing the in-person helps as well. I can't wait to do the in-person too. I am just, oh my gosh. I think you just get excited about the potential because you just got to put pen to paper, boots on the ground, drive that car to where you got to go, put yourself out there. But thank you, A. Hopkins. I am hearing great things when people take the in-person class. So Bridget, this is what Bridget said. Bridget said, I took her class last year and registered with several companies, but decided to go the government contracting route. We were selected to bid on an inspection contract with the government. I think we will win because I was able to show I went through Melody's Academy online and then in person for the hands-on. So, y'all, I'm telling you, I always said, I've been saying this for a few years, but I didn't know what route I wanted to take to go into government contracting, right? But I was like, I just know I want to get into government contracting in some type of way, like actually be a contractor for the government. Well, I know that if it happens, it's most likely going to happen under property preservation because I'm like, now I can hone it in. So I'm like, yeah, because I was like, I don't want to go to somebody to tell me how to get government contracts, but I don't even know what I want to get a government contract under. Because there's millions, there's thousands of ways to get a government contract, or thousands of areas to get a government contract in. So shout out to Bridget for bringing that back up. So I will do my research and also look into getting possibly a government contract somewhere because that would be nice. That would be really nice. So I'm keeping it open to my original resources and my mind is open to government contracting too. How I See It TV said more about the short course, please. I didn't take the short course. I need a graduate. And I asked them too. I said, since you took the short course, I would love for you to come up here and talk about that and how you used it, because I don't know about the short course. But there were a few people in the comments that said that they did do it and they still liked that they did it, but I don't know the details. Okay, Miss D. Murph said, I was thinking government contracting as well. Confirmation, right? I'm telling you, I gotta keep that in my notes now. Let's see. Shout out to Tree W. She took the class and she hasn't attended the in-person training just yet. Tasha took the training with her siblings. Okay, shout out to Tasha. Mina completed the class in May. Krista took the class. Lady Hustle Net took the class, and Tanja took the class. Yeah, so those are the ones I want to point out though. A partner that might hold you up. So I would love to know if anybody had suggestions on that, about what do you do when one partner's ready to go and the other one's dragging their feet. And then I wanted to bring up the government contracting. So I'm like, that is a gem all on its own. And then about going back and rereading the material you got at the beginning of the class, which I will do. I'm going back through my old emails and I'm going to go back through the material I was getting through the week, because I feel like when you get to the end, you can look back. Some things make more sense. So I'm going to do that. April said for the setup, yes, it's just a standard LLC, April. Yeah. Standard LLC. Good question. Yep. Ours and the way that I understood the training is a standard LLC. B. Wallace says, I am so proud of all of you because we do not have enough of our people out there doing this. I told my son to take it and I know he will. Hey, speak it on to him, B. Wallace. Yes, because once you know the knowledge is there, you can't take it away once you know it. So yeah, I thank you. Thank you for being proud of us, because it's a step. Whenever you start, you try to honestly bet on yourself and you do something that's not part of the norm, the routine, the expected, there's not always people you can talk to about it. I have y'all to talk to about it because you at least heard about it enough if you're not actually one that has taken the class. But it's hard to talk to people in your immediate vicinity with them not understanding possibly where you're coming from. So yes, I agree with that, and thank you. Yes, Mel is awesome. I also agree with that, B. Wallace. Yes, and like Auntie Esther said, just to not gatekeep and to share that knowledge. And I think, and how can I put this? With what she was sharing, I understand the cost of the class. I'm grateful she does run sales, but I understand the cost of the class because you are getting continual reach back support. Like, so that in itself, I don't even know. But then also to be given how to bid, how to post something, how to do this, how to use this, what specifically to use, and going in stronger than others because you do have all your ducks in a row. I do again just agree that it is worth the cost. That's my opinion. And now I've actually taken the class. I thought it was worth the cost before I took the class. Now I'm taking the class and I'm sitting here with all these resources and I just need to use them. So probably by tomorrow, I will go ahead and put our company into the next resource that she offered. And then I'll wait a little bit and do the next one. Because I want to make sure that none of them have anything in our zip code before I start expanding out. Because I'm not trying to expand too far. I'm trying to minimize costs. So we'll see. Let's see. Bama Girl said, trending, I work in government. Start with your small business administration locally. What do you mean? Don't offer training and assistance. What do you mean? Don't offer training and assistance? But the first part, I'm about to write it down now, Bama Girl. If you think I'm not, you crazy. Hold on. I gotta find my pen. Yes, let me get to my small business administration. Hold on. Let me see. I want to write it in the correct spot so I don't forget. I don't miss the note later. So this is for everybody that's on here too. If you have already taken the class, my graduates, reach out to your small business administration, your local one, because let me tell you what, The Small Business Administration is the advocate to try to make sure that contracts from the government are being awarded fairly. And there are set asides that big companies can't even bid on because they are set aside. So you could be a woman. That's why, honestly, I'm telling y'all, that's my opinion on why Marceau put everything in Tisha name. Hold on, Mr. Trendon. Okay, I might have to be off here a little bit sooner than I thought. But I think he put in Tisha name because that could be a minority-owned business, a woman-owned small business, and there's some that are combined set-asides. So the more set-asides you have, if you are in it's like a certain area, hub zone, something like that. I think it's a hub zone area, depending on where your business address or is located. Then you have veteran, of course, set asides. There's different set asides, and that's just the set asides. But you can be a small business and not be under any of those categories. But they do have to basically the government has to prove why they didn't choose any of the small businesses that offered their that bid on the contract. Why could they not award to a small business? Why did it have to go to a larger business? So it does work in your favor. Okay, you said they offer training. I'm gonna have to get on that, Bama girl. Thank you. Because I'll tell you one day. I can't say too much because I be trying to tell all my business, Bama girl. I be forgetting I'm on the internet and I'm not on the phone call with y'all. But yes. So please, anybody listening, reach out to your small business administration or through the internet, go through your SBA, take that training, look at how you can bid on contracts that way too. That just adds to the other options that you have. So that's perfect, Mama girl. I hope this helped. I really, really do. I know some of the grads were trying, but schedules, they are what they are. So thank you to Auntie Estette for making the time. She slipped away to make time to come up here, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Members, I will have more to come to y'all to talk to y'all about possibly something to be public again. I just don't want to make promises I can't keep. But I thank y'all. Y'all stuck in here with me. I hope you got some useful information. I hope it piqued your interest. I hope some of the cloudiness is gone and you are more understanding of what the class has the potential to do. And I just can't wait to see more graduates. And if you, for some reason, did not hear back from Melody or her team, just resend your question and use Google in the middle of that too. But as you can see, we do get responses, and I did not go under trending. So it's not like, oh, trending's probably going to talk about this. So no, I didn't go under anything related to my YouTube. I went as my regular self. And since we weren't on camera, there were no clues. I didn't use like any of my emojis I use in the chat and stuff like that. Like there was nothing. So I'm telling you, it was not that. It's just honestly how I'm being treated based on just being a regular person and a student that paid their money. Okay. So Crafty Lion said the SBA has definite insurance requirements when they work contracts. Yes, well, Melody requires that anyway. You have to get commercial insurance. So that's fine. It should not be a problem. If you're taking this course, you have to get the insurance. So that's one way you're just another step ahead and prepared to take on those contracts, because that's a non-negotiable in my opinion. And the way it was presented is non-negotiable. B. Wallace, thank you, B. Wallace. Miss D. Murphy, I highly suggest taking the hands-on training over the virtual. Well, it's both, Miss D. Murphy. That's the thing. The virtual is virtual because that's the 5-week course. Then you go to a weekend hands-on training. Unless I missed the memo, and there's also a 5-week in-person course too. But you get both right now. So from the time we did our class, henceforth, it seems like it's going to be that you get in person and virtual included. So yeah. No, our hands-on is in person in Huntsville. That's what our hands-on is, Miss Demer. We actually have to go to Huntsville within a year. That's included in our price. So when she used the phrase hands-on, when we're using it, I'm talking about physically looking in everybody's eyes, having a little icebreaker, and then you go out on a property. I'm talking about that. No problem, Dana. Thank you for being here. How I See It TV said, before Melody, I only knew about property management because of my HOA. After doing the course, do you feel both are similar? No, because hers is property preservation, not property management. So no, I don't feel that they are similar. I think they are different. I do. I think they are different. And even based on how when I got my insurance quote, I feel like the industry sees them different to How I See It TV. So no, I don't. For me personally, no, they are different in my eyes. Okay, I'm making sure. I don't want to get off of here and a question comes through. I don't want to do it. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, y'all. I'll go, and members, just look out. I'll try to answer some comments or some questions in the comments section when I do videos over in the member side. And I thank y'all again for your time. I will see y'all soon because we got a whole weekend ahead of us. Okay. Oh, and I'm trying to see if I can finesse us a Saturday Night Giggles. So we'll see tomorrow if we can get a Saturday Night Giggles. Let's see. No problem, Pacino Rules. Okay, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.
I've been taking my time, taking all of your time, taking all of your time.